Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Night Live. How are we all doing tonight?
Hello,
wait, hang on. Oh, I knew it.
welcome.
I knew I was gonna miss one. Shoot. Okay, sorry guys. How are we doing? Happy Monday. I am gonna work on some more tarot cards today. We're making lists for what needs to be done for the holidays, etc. So there's going to be a couple months where we probably don't work on tarot cards, but none of the pieces I need to do for the holidays or for Halloween are quite at a point where it would be any level of exciting for a live stream. So I'm thinking probably next month we'll be doing a little bit more different content just in preparation for the holidays and Halloween, because Penny reminded me that everybody's really excited for Halloween and some people are already shopping. I actually was watching a video in preparation for my shop update for the Barntique, and apparently people are already shopping for Christmas. So that didn't panic me at all. That's fine. Anyway, that's okay. So today I'm not going to be working on this card because I think she's almost done. She's right now in the sit and let it marinate part of the process. So as you can see, I've done a little bit more work than last time. I think it's coming out really good. I think there's still a little bit of blending happening with our fox and our stag. But I think if I toss a shadow, let me see. This one here maybe might help it out a bit. Unplanned, off the cuff illustration, ad-libbing. Yep. See, even that already created kind of a nice barrier there, so I've been playing a lot with those shadows, doing a little bit of shadowing and then going away and coming back and do a little bit more shadowing, go away, come back. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on this one because I think we're just about ready to get this one laid out. I'm sorry, am I disturbing your sleep, Mr. Buster? He's a tired guy. Yeah, so this one's sorry. You probably heard the huge sigh he just gave. Don't sauce me. So yeah, I think this one's in good shape for right now. We'll see when I put it into the border, like put it into its card template, how it looks. Whether I want to make the butterfly, like finish off those couple edges around the end and put them up like over the border, but we'll see. That will be a later thing. If it looks too closed in when I put the border in, then we'll see what happens. Antoine's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. What is happening? What is new? Tell us all the tea. So that's where this one's at. So she's in the marinating stage right now. So we're gonna see what happens when I put it together, if I'm gonna do more to it. But yeah, we'll see. But today we're gonna work on a different card. I'm doing good. What about yourself? I'm excellent. I am headed headlong in towards vacation, which means this week is going to be chaos and stress, but then I'm going to be off for a week and it's going to be fabulous. So hopefully not too much stress. It probably won't be stressful. I just there's just a lot of little things to do. So, but the exciting part is vacation is coming. So I'm very excited. So we're going to take a break. And I'm coming off a weekend where I went and saw Linkin Park this weekend, and it was fantastic. High school, college me is very happy. Current me is very happy, but high school, college me is pretty stoked that I did that thing. So yeah, it's been really good. Had a good weekend. It was amazing. And then off to vacation soon. All right. So this is our bonfire. So many weeks ago, I did a card called the vampire. What's happening? Bonfire lighters. And we had like one of the characters because it was holding a flame in her hand, and they had like bows and arrows and everything. And so they are the lighters of this bonfire. Now the bonfire is really key to our circus. It has lots of different things, lots of different ways for it to plan, like keep the circus running and keep it stable. And like towards the end of the story, you find out it plays a really, really big role actually. So very exciting business. So this is a very, very critical, very important piece to our circus. And I didn't get, I was going to get the passage from the book and actually read it out, but it's a very like metal welded kind of very ornate level of like cauldron almost that holds the fire inside the circus, and it's white fire, which I'm very excited to play with a bit. And then but I've drawn this many times. I have many sketches trying to figure this out. And then I went to Firefly to get some references. I went to some of my own personal references. I went to Google Images. I went to a whole bunch of things. And I pieced a whole bunch of different kind of ornate welding things together, which is where we get these kind of different ornate pieces that make up our cauldron of fire. So I'm kind of hoping that this will come out really nicely and give that effect. But today we're going to be mostly probably working on the line art. And then we're going to be moving forward into hopefully some color today. We'll see how it goes. We have RB in the chat, and we have Alessandra. Oh, love your hair. Thank you so much. I was trying something new. Well, it's hot. I got to keep it up. And it held out all day. So I'm very stoked. Antoine's asking, where are you going on vacation? I am staying nearby, but we're going to a cottage. My family and I are all going to go out into the wild a little bit and go to a cottage. So it's going to be very fun out by the lake. It's going to be really good. Oh, and my earrings. Thank you. Going all out today. Alrighty. Okay, so sorry. I've made a cluttery mess here. I'm going to move my keyboard because I don't need it right now. Okay. And then we're going to go to... Okay, so I noticed earlier that I didn't clean up all of this, so we're going to do that first. Now, do I want this guy in front? Yeah, definitely in front. Which means we need to erase this one. Yeah, why? Oh, it says erasing the wrong part. Oh dear. So what is everybody up to this evening? Fill me in. What, mister? Why are we so sad? And then this one, maybe we want it both. We want it both. Nope, not quite yet. Now, I think, oh no, this one's a circus card. Never mind. Phew. Sorry, this one's definitely going to be a black and white card because it's a circus card. I don't know where our red's going to come in. Maybe in some of the early fire for reasons that I don't want to spoil. Would you lie down? I'm going to say hi to everybody. There, you say hi to the internets. Okay, go boy. Okie dokie. So it's a black and white card, but I was doing one yesterday, doing a sketch for one yesterday, and it was, it's a circus on the horizon, so like when people, like the whole like tagline of the book is that the circus arrives without warning, so one morning people just wake up and the circus is there. Sorry, I have a Mojo Fuzzy on my face and I can't find it. There we go. Very distracting. And it's just there. So I have like a card that's where the circus is kind of sitting in the middle of a field, but the suit that it's for is a color suit. And it's a black and white circus. So I'm going to have to get a little creative with that. Like I'm kind of thinking of maybe a little bit. I kind of did this with another card that you're going to see in a couple weeks where it kind of goes from color into black and white. So maybe I'll play with that a little bit. Because I made that realization and I was like, oh dear, what the heck am I going to do? Okay, so we're in fresco again, by the way. I was mentioning at the start of the stream that we are going to be getting ready for some Halloween and holiday preparations in next month. So we'll be doing maybe we might be in different softwares and stuff as we go through next month, but not today. Today we're in our regular fresco situation. Okay, now I'm just pondering my plan here. Now I think this fire is always, I always do these complicated like layout ones and I have to figure out how the layering goes. Okay, so these are gonna be in the top. Yeah, no, I think I have this the right way. Yep, okay. So I'm going to put a layer on top and we're going to start building our hierarchy lines. So up to 5 points. Yes, sorry. I'm kind of planning while I do this. Oh no, I've forgotten how to draw. How unfortunate. One whole afternoon of not drawing and I forget how. How sad. So we've got lots coming up. Very exciting business. I did look through the tarot cards today to make a list. I was planning out which ones I was going to do next month. Because right now, if I stay on schedule, we'll be done all of these by July of next year. Now I anticipate a couple blips here and there, but like the next month is going to be really busy prepping for holidays and Halloween and all that kind of fun stuff. But then I also think that if everything goes to plan, November and December should be quiet, so I might be able to get a lot more tarot done in those months. So I think we can still stay on schedule. Oh no, stop doing that. It's warm here, so the screen doesn't always know what to do. So we'll stay on schedule. But I was going through my list of cards, and as I was hinting at last week, I'm kind of not running out of ideas, but I'm running out of cards that I have a good solid idea on, or a kind of picture for. So we're gonna need to, I think I'm gonna have to revisit the book a little bit and refresh on some of the other ideas. Because we have like really important characters to the story that we have not even hinted at yet, which is a little bit redonkulous to me. So spend some time revisiting, making more notes. We're gonna leave them alone, I think. Hey, Bug? Thank you. So we'll keep things fresh too, make sure that we're staying true to the story where we can. Show me where I can have some wiggle room. All kinds of fun things. Alessandra, how did your show go? You had a show this weekend, yes? I was looking for your live stream and then I remembered that you had that show going on, so now I'm eager to hear how it went. I love vector brushes. Oh dear, that was a sad mess. Oh dear. So coming up for the holidays and for Halloween and all that kind of stuff, I have some new bookmarks coming. There's a new gnome or two. There is some fun Halloween specific things that I'm very excited for. Very excited to sit down and sink my teeth into. Never a dull moment. It's gonna be good. Very excited. Alexander says it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit here today. I don't know what the translation is on that, but it is hot here too. It's like the air hurts. Today is not comfortable. I have my air conditioner off so that we can hear the chat, but it'll be going right back on as soon as we're done here. Oof, not my jam. Where are we? Okay. $32. Okay, yeah, so it was 33 on my way home Celsius. It feels like 40. Oof, 52. 52 what? Alessandra has like a little guy and a fire. For those of you not on Twitch, you're like, this is me right now. We have a heat wave coming back in Paris. Yuck. Like, we had a nice cool stretch. Like, I don't mind like 25, 26, 28. I'm talking Celsius here. But then like maybe a little bit of humidity, but like when it's up in 40, like I can't. Over 40 in some places in France, like Bordeaux. Like, that's roasty. Yikes. Everybody keep drinking your water, stay cool, stay safe. That is no good. Let's just go chugging all the water. Oh, 52 Celsius. That is too hot. That is too hot. Ugh. Nope. Unsubscribe. No, thank you. Moving to the territories. Bye. 52. Yuck. I'm clicking on it. Let's see. Oh, 52 Celsius. No, gracias. Sarajevo was 41. Oof. That is really hot. No. Sorry. I thought I was playing the game. Wow. No thanks. Is it like humid? Like, is it a humid heat, RB? Or is it like a dry heat? Because we went to Mexico and it was pretty humid when we went there. Where did I go? It was like a dry heat. And so I didn't hate that so much because I didn't feel like I was like drowning. It's humid, yeah. Oh my gosh. See, that's rough. I don't like that. It goes down as low as 16 degrees Celsius for sleeping. See, that I love. See, that's more of my issue. I don't love being really hot during the day. Like, because there's like not much you can do. Like, just walking mojo, I have to have like another shower. But the big thing for me is the sleeping. So if it's cool at night, we could maybe talk. Because when it's really hot and I can't sleep, that's not my that's not my favorite. So what does the Humidex feel like then? Or is the 52 what it feels like? That irrelevant. That's really gross. I'm just curious. Feels like hell. I can only imagine. No thanks. That's not how I want to spend the day. I have 52 paper burns on its own. So just like the newspapers are just spontaneously combusting. Read a book and literally lights fire. I need some video. I must see this. Okay, now, do I want to do the spaces? Oof. Yuck. So you just can't bring your paper outside. That's nuts. No. Unsubscribe. No thank you. Let me go up to the territories where it's nice and cool. Here we have the Amazing Race Canada, and sometimes they'll go all over the world, but this season, the past 2 seasons, they've just stayed in Canada, and they went to the territories. So up on the top of Canada, there's 3 territories: Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut, which is our newest one. And it is like it's generally pretty cold up there. I don't know when they were there, but it was definitely very winter time. It's not winter all the time. I don't think. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, it wouldn't be winter, but it's a lot cooler than here. Anyway, they were up there when it was very winter. It was cold, and they got to go do dog sledding and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm like, see, that's a holiday. That's a vacation. I'm in for that. Yukon Peninsula. I like the place. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It would be cool I've never been up there, but it is a place I would like to go. Hopefully it's at least a little cooler. It's very remote. There's not a huge population up there, but still some very cool things and some very cool real nature that people should see. So, okay, what am I doing? Do I want to? Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Magnets in the pen. Open frontier, exactly. Now, do I want to put the... I don't know yet. I don't know if I want the middles of those circles to be part of this or not. We're going to wait. I love that, yeah. No, it's very from what I've seen, very kind of untouched, remote. That's the flame from the Olympic Games. Maybe! That would be so sweet. How crazy would that be? It's a pretty important fire. Okay, now I'm opening a can of worms for myself here. So you get for layering things. Okay, it doesn't have to be closed. Sorry, it's not a closed shape. So I have to make some decisions on the fly here. Do they have any of the Olympic stuff still up where you are, Antoine? I know we have still the stadiums and things like that from Calgary and things they'll keep all those things for for use and stuff, but do they have any of the signage or anything still, or is it all just all gone? So I was asking about the signage and things like that were up for the Paris Olympics last year. If they still have it up, or any of the... I know we still have our stadiums from Calgary, and I'm sure some of the Vancouver things are still up, but I just wasn't sure if they left anything up for you guys, or if they took it all down and it's just back to business as usual. Maybe walking to get some soft serve ice cream. Hey, proceed with caution. You don't want to hurt your belly. But also, be ready to eat it fast, because soft serve, she gonna melt. I'm going to try this again. I did that once. I don't know how widespread marble slab is, but it's it's ice cream here, but you get stuff mixed into it. So you go and get a flavor of ice cream, and they mix all the nerds or chocolate chips or cereals or whatever you want into it. I went one time and it was really hot, but because it's like they're mixing it in, it's softened up a little bit, like it melts a little bit. So I like was outside the door, like hoovering the ice cream because it was melting so fast. It was so hot outside. I was like, I'll get it in a bowl next time. Some places are removed, reconstructed by something else. Okay, that makes sense because they're thinking more about ecology stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. So, like, if you can reuse them, like I know, like in Calgary, they have still like the ski jumps and a lot of the arenas. They use them and like the bobsled setup. They have all that still, but they use that for training and actual exercise and things. But yeah, some of like the signage and infrastructure, that makes a lot of sense. If you can repurpose it, that's great. RB says we still have some places from the Olympics last year. And last year was the 40th anniversary. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I think Calgary was 88. I know Vancouver was 20. Oh no. 2010? Oh shoot. Anyway, they'll probably still have some of the arenas and stadiums and things like that, but just have anything they can repurpose. I know that I read somewhere that was 88. Yes. That there was talk about some of the Olympic cities and stuff building things that were kind of almost modular, so that like say like if you had a stadium that you could kind of like tear down and go put back up like in a safe space, like in a safe way, obviously, then like whoever gets the Summer Olympics next can kind of use some of those things. I don't know how real that is or how to fruition that came, but it's an interesting concept. So what is everybody up to for the rest of the summer? Are we vacationing? Are we adventuring? Staycationing? A lot of people have been doing that around here lately. Taking vacation, but kind of like just hanging at home with the family, which is fun too. Just going slower. Well, that's kind of nice. Well, it's a busy place. Take a break, yo. Gonna go to the coast at the end of the month. That's cool. What kind of adventuring happens there? I'll try this whole bit again. Right, and the rest I spend in the mountains and lakes. Love that. Love that. I love hanging out in some nature and relaxing a little bit. Antoine says, not too much. I mean, still running and working out. That's good, as long as you're careful in the heat, because even like little walks, like Mojo and I were doing some good long walks for a while, a few kilometers, but when it's so hot, it's really hard. It's hard enough on me. I don't have tiny lungs like Mojo, so it's a rough go. So be careful. We go fish, play at night, some diving. That's cool. That's really cool. I love that kind of stuff. Just kind of like take it in, right? That's my favorite kind. Relaxing. Okay, now this one, because I don't think we're putting lines on the fire. Because I have a picture in mind of how I want to handle that chaos. But we'll see how this goes first. That's fun. Yeah, I've got my vacation next week. And then market, and then around here, kids are back to school soon. It's a little bit ridiculous how fast that happens. I find this last part of the summer's gone by super fast. So So trying to just slow down and take it all in. Nice. Pew, pew, pew. Oh no, forgot how to draw again. What a disappointment. So I'm playing lots with the vector brushes here to make sure that this line art is versatile and can be put on bigger spaces. So it gives me some room for coloring pages and stuff down the line, or any other uses I might want for it. In some pieces that I'm going to be doing for the fall and the winter, we're going to be playing with a lot of different kinds of brushes. So definitely stay tuned for that if that's interesting, because we're going to play with a lot of different techniques and stuff. I'm hoping to get some traditional in soon. I just don't want to lose momentum on these cards. We've got a good rhythm happening here. Oh dear. Until you make a mess, Erin. Sheesh. Oh dear, I forgot how to draw again. Oh dear. Oops. Good Lord, what a mess. Holy cow. Oh, Erin, you gotta get it together. Okay, let's try one more time. Smooth this bad boy out. There we go. Holy cow. Like my first time with a pen or something. Actually had a few ideas lately. A few pieces I'd like to tackle with some traditional art. That won't be this year. We'll probably be putting them into the start of next year. But excited to get my hands dirty a little bit. Love the digital. Love the I love how versatile it is and how I can just pick it up and put it down and all that. But my art supplies are feeling neglected. So I'm going to set something up in the holidays, I think, and kind of work on some watercolor and some chalk, maybe. All that kind of fun stuff. We'll do some streams with those. If I can rig it up right, that would be fun. All the ideas keep popping in. I only have 2 hands. Whew. don't... So I think before I duplicate this and merge layers and group. Yes. Because normally what I'll do is I'll select the like individual line art, the base one, and not the hierarchy lines. But as I was going through and adding those hierarchy lines, I don't know if they showed up on the screen, but there's a few broken ones, like some spaces, which are going to definitely make filling in the paper patterns a lot tougher, just because it's the gaps will kind of like make the patterns fill the space instead of staying within the sections like I'd like it to. So I think the hierarchy lines will help there. And I'm going to make this a reference layer. Again, that kind of gives me like, makes any of my fills and stuff consider, or like my paint inside, any of those tools, consider the lines that I'm putting there, so that I don't have to do each individual section. I can just kind of use the fill and then have the lines kind of do a lot of that work for me. Because I think I want to throw in some color here first before I make any more decisions on the hierarchy lines. We'll kind of, this one is going to have a little more back and forth. Usually I finish all my lines and then go into the color, but I think we need to, put in a few patterns here to help me with this plan. So I was going back in some old streams that I had. I'm trying to get everything out of Behance and things like that, just think of some older stuff and kind of going through my YouTube to figure out to kind of categorize things and kind of get things a little more organized. And y'all were very patient with me. There's some of the when I was first figuring this stuff out, some of the stained glass painting, even like before I had fresco, when I was doing some of the stuff in Photoshop, and I did every little square, filled it, colored it all in, and then erased and painted. Oh, you guys were patient. Thank you so much. Like, I found a lot of cool tools to make this a lot quicker. Normally, I was doing this little like brush with a better brush, obviously. But now we just kind of lightning speed. Don't worry about that as much anymore, but oh my goodness gracious, you guys were the most patient. Oh, this is absolutely not what I want. I want to keep forgetting that this doesn't stick. This always starts... The color margin doesn't always retain on a new piece. Actually, I guess it defaults to the pencil brush. I guess that kind of makes sense. Oh, nuts. See? Broken line. Nuts. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put in... I'm going to turn this back on and we're going to draw on that layer. See, that was one I saw. And then I forgot about it. And it should still factor that in. So even though I turned that layer off and hid it, and that gap is still there, it should still factor that in, which is great. And then I'm just going to go in here with a basic brush and just kind of hand fill some of that space in. But I also factor that in. So that's something that you can continue, like you could keep in mind. If you don't want your line art or something like that, if it's on your reference layer, whether it's hidden or not, it's going to still factor all of that in, all those lines in. So I can't currently think of a specific case, but should you want that to be what happens, like just in this case, it fills it in nicely. I could go in and change the line art on the fire. We're going to be doing a lot with the fire, so it doesn't need that line art there. So just something to keep in mind. Soft serve ice cream I used to get was $3. Now it's $5. Yeah, there's a cupcake place I used to go to here where they were $3. Now they're on sale for $5. It's like, what is happening? Knock it off. Okay, now I think I want want these to be see-through. I think that's going to be too thin. I like that idea, but I think it's too thin. Because it's a magic circus, we're going to have it kind of an illusion here. How are we filling this? Antoine says, welcome to 2025. Penny's here. You did not miss all the stream. We're still here streaming. Don't worry, we're glad to have you here. And for a small size, yuck. Welcome, Penny. It's so nice to see you here. I'm so glad I was able to catch your stream recently. So fun. Now, part of me wants to just do this, but part of me also wants to put something ridiculous in there. So I'm going to do this. That's why I didn't put the hierarchy lines. I think I want to put something else in there, but I don't know what. We're all doing good. We were talking about vacations that we're taking, how freaking hot it is pretty much everywhere. Oh, nuts. I didn't do a moderator this time. Please hold. I always forget. It's cooling down in your area. It's supposed to cool down here in a couple days. Like it's supposed to storm in the next couple days. And then be cool again. Oh, nuts. I always forget. Sorry, y'all. I meant to put a person. Who is here? This person. Shoo. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. No, not that one. This one. Get out of here, bot. Oh my goodness gracious. This is my bad, guys. Streaming tools, where's my thing? I meant to set a moderator and I completely forgot. Okay, this is not the right one. Hang on. Manage stream. I want this person to shoo. Show my icons. Maybe that will help. There we go. I think I found the thing. There it is. No, don't. Oh. There it is. Okay, we might be good. Sorry. I always forget to. I should have left that open. That would have been helpful. Markets are good. Markets have been successful. I had, what just happened? There we go. Sorry, clicked the wrong thing. Markets have been really good. I had one a few weeks ago and it was very successful. So I go out to a farm around here and they're like a flower farm. They always have like big events like weddings and things, but every Friday in the summer through to Thanksgiving, they have Friday night markets. And so I've done a couple of those and they have one per month is like a special theme. So kind of like a more elaborate night. It goes a little bit later and they have a theme for the night. So I've done 2 of those so far. And then I have just a regular Friday night one coming up in 2 weeks. I'm very excited. And then it's all about, I was mentioning you earlier, it's all about Halloween prep next and Christmas prep because you mentioned that people are already all about Halloween. But I also found out today some people are already starting to Christmas shop, which is ridiculous. Yeah, Alessandra, I asked you earlier, how are the markets? How did it go? It was great. Excellent. Excellent. So glad. Oh, first try. Ridiculous. Yeah, it's they've been going well so far. Now, maybe we do this next. Oh no. It's fun to be out with people and kind of like interact with them about your art, which is super fun. I know like this past market was really good for that. Like there was a local animator who was there with his wife, and they were like chatting about my process and things because he wants to get into markets and such. And then there was a little girl who was a huge, like, loves art and all that kind of stuff, and she hung out at my booth for a while until her dad came by. And lots of people just interested. I had a teacher come by asking me about coloring pages. It's just really interesting to kind of see what people see. I got a few new gnome ideas, a few things like that. So it's very cool to just be out and chatting with different people with different ideas and different concepts. It's super fun. It's super fun. I really enjoy it. Okay, now I have like 8,000 different ideas. I'm thinking, because I had an idea for I have to put some of the red in. The pop of red is my favorite part. And then I had an idea for the where the stained glass is going to go. Actually, can we shove this a little bit here? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Create an empty mask and invert that mask. If I don't invert the mask, it's not a big deal, but then rather than inverting it, I have to like paint away everything else. Whereas, as we've been able to see here, we've had much success with just kind of doing simple fills, making life a little bit easier. Okay, I think I like that a lot. Oh, Alessandra's gonna post pics of the event later. Woohoo! Okay, perfect. No, not the camera, sillies. Sillies. How is your Halloween prep going, Penny? Are you still getting a lot of interest in the Halloween stuff and the stuff on your shop? I hope so, because it's awesome. Create an empty mask and invert that mask. Okay, but now before I do anything, Penny sold a couple more Ghost Girls, so I made a bunch more. That's awesome. I really like those like sparkly stickers that you made. Super fun. You're like this close to selling me a Cricut. You're this close. Don't do it though. I'm only in this much space. Ooh, and Penny's putting up a candy corn sticker soon, so take a look on Instagram for when she launches it, because I'm very excited. Yeah, Penny's the Cricut master. She says if you guys ever get a Cricut, I can always help. So if you have any questions about how to use a Cricut, definitely go to Penny. She's got mad skills. Oh, on Instagram, Alessandra, yeah, I sent out, so those of you who participated in the coloring book while I figure myself out here, we are doing as I've mentioned, a coloring book. Dan's going to put one together for us. So for those of you who have participated, I reached out to you in whatever format we used to communicate to prep for the collaboration. So RB, I think I messaged you on Discord, and then Alessandra and Penny via Instagram. I know, Penny, I got your answer already, which is great. What we want to do is have everybody's contact information, like not like phone numbers, but like your socials, like how it's spelled correctly, how you want your name presented, and like a couple sentences or a paragraph or a novel if you'd like on your inspiration, why you want to participate, all that kind of stuff, because Dan's going to put that in with the coloring book. Oops. Come on, you. In with the coloring book, with the page that's related to what you did. So that way you can we can properly represent you and promote you as well, because it's going to be basically like a nice fancy promo material for everybody. So no rush, we have to the end of August to get all your details together. So if you want to ponder your paragraph or your sentence or whatever, that's totally fine. We have till the end of August. I won't be giving these to Dan until I get back from vacation. Okie dokie. Where did my keyboard go? Oops. Had original R&B design, but got lost during COVID times. Boo. Boo, lost things. Come on, open the thing. Just making sure I save that, RB, so I don't lose it. Oh no, Alessandra. The Cricut is very reasonable and straightforward. My mom is getting frustrated with hers a little bit, but I know you guys can do this. I know some people, I know lots of people who do use the Cricut. You can do it. You can totally do it. I believe in you. It's just one of those things, like anything else, just gotta sit down and become friends. Practice. Get on the same page. Oops. But he says, sometimes it has a mind of its own. This is true. It's not the design's fault. Yeah, I think it's just like with any tool, it's just getting familiar with the nuances and having a friend to help you troubleshoot, I think. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, I think we're gonna do this. Oops, that's what I wanted. No, we're not animating today. Don't get me started on animating. I won't finish the rest of the cards. Alright, let's clean this up and then we'll let everybody do their thing. fix this because it's going to break and I don't want it to break. This one too. Getting too aggressive with that eraser there, man. Okay, 2 more. Yes. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want this layer to be part of our main line, but I also want it to be factored into our reference layer. So I'm going to put this guy in with this group, which is our normal lines. And then this one, I'm going to select multiple and this one, and we're going to merge selected. That didn't do what I wanted. Sorry. Because that was hidden, that made a mess. So we're going to turn it back on, and we will select multiple, merge selected. So that knocked out the reference layer. So now if I was like to fill some red, it's not going to factor that in anymore. So I have to turn that back on. It's just because the other layer wasn't a reference layer. So I couldn't. I just wonder if there's a. So that's why I turned it off. So now we can hide it again. Okay, we're gonna click save. And I'm going to just do a couple of these fills because I want to make sure that this is what I want to do, which I think it is. Yes. Okay, perfect. I will make more progress there. I'm falling behind on the chat. Just like printers, they go crazy. I can handle my printer, sort of. Yeah, my last printer was a really good printer. It worked really, really well, but it stopped talking to my newer computers and things. But yeah, having your own, being able to just print things on demand is kind of a nice feature. We'll see how the studio business goes and see if I invest in those kinds of things, because it would be fun to just kind of have those tools ready to go. Especially people really like the eco tanks and stuff like that. So research for another time. But yes, the Cricut definitely would open a lot of crazy doors, but I'm not there yet. It's not time. I have to buy lots of tools to make a Cricut work here, and I only have a little space. Okay, so we're at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to let everybody get on with their day. As I mentioned, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to be away for a whole week, so I will not be streaming next Monday. But I'll be back the Monday after. So I won't be here next week, but I will be back the Monday following, and we will all hang out and do something fabulous together. Maybe more of this, because I don't know how much more of this I'm going to get done in the coming days. Maybe lots, maybe none, who knows. But we're well on our way. My next steps are going to be filling with color. We're also going to have to take out the saturation from everything. Now that I think about it, from everything except for the red, so we will take care of that, and then we'll get into our usual process of building this guy from the ground up. But I'm very excited. There's a lot of really cool potential here. I've got lots of ideas percolating, so we will see how it goes. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight, for just chilling a little bit. I really appreciate it. We had Penny, Antoine, Alessandra, RB's here. Briss saying thanks. Have a good vacation. Thank you so much. I'm very much looking forward to a bit of a time out. It's going to be all my family, which will be chaos. It's going to be lots of fun. Sit by the water, read a book, sketch a thing. It'll be really good. Again, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an excellent rest of your week. And I'll catch you in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys. Bye.